But when we asked our workers, have you adjusted your target retirement age? A quarter of them say yes, which is more than among non-caregivers. And more often than not, they say they have pushed that date out. They now plan to retire later. On the right side of the slide, we're looking at our retirees. Did they in fact retire earlier, later than planned, or about when they thought? And here we see no difference between our retired caregivers and our non-caregiver retirees. Sometimes that's a mouthful, sorry about that. Where there is a difference is in the reason for retiring earlier. We capture a whole array of reasons and categorize them into in the respondent's control or out of it. Caregivers who retired earlier than planned are much more likely to say it was for a reason outside their control.
Yeah, and so from caregiving in the US, we do deep dive into work and trying to understand how many caregivers actually work and what work impacts they've faced as a result of caregiving. And among caregivers who have stopped working, and that could be they retired early, they just have quit wholesale, they've taken a leave of absence. The main reason, I mean, the overwhelming reason, 70%, is that they need more time to provide care. So when you think about the 52% of retirees that are, of caregivers that have retired earlier than planned, and that being a reason out of their control, right? It could be that idea that I just need to focus my attention and time and efforts towards my loved one that needs my help right now. But then you also have recipients. Recipients are typically, as you get older, peers, right? Spouses, siblings, cousins, friends, and neighbors. People working can have their own health changes and challenges that require them to sort of opt out of the workforce earlier than planned. So I think that sort of both of those things may be happening here. But I think it's not surprising to me that, these caregivers are really essentially having to choose how to spend their time, and needing to provide care wins.